Okay, hello. So no one's here. I wasn't really expecting anybody to come because this is super last minute. I know that I'm doing a live, and so I wanted to react to Mama Goob's most recent upload, but I didn't feel like getting on. I'm so sorry. I'm finishing up chewing something, but I didn't feel like getting on and editing and all that fun stuff. So I'm just doing it as a live. So I just Mama Goob is really the only person that's um reacting to Alex on a regular basis at this point. Priscilla kind of does, but I've noticed that Nella's not super consistent, and Goob is irritating me, so I started watching, and then I was like, I should watch it with you guys, or like so that you guys can comment later. So anyway, I can't believe Mama Goob has this many members. How much does she charge per month? $2.99. So she's raking in a good 40 bucks. Anyway, let's get started.
Well, hello, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob.
Hi, Mama
So,
Goob.
Alex just posted, and let's take a look at the video she uploaded. I can tell you from the first scene, our girl is looking rough. What?
Imagine coming on camera looking like this and saying that somebody else looks rough. I mean, it's it's not giving what you want it to give, Mama Goob. We'll just say that.
else is new? But, anyways, let's see.
Also, Mama Goob is sped up to 1.25 speed. But so I was thinking last night about how crazy it is that she made a live video with her husband. It was just so perfect, so Mama Goob. Just no self-awareness whatsoever. Hi. Looks like it's just you and me, not anymore. So, we're gonna watch Mama Goob here. Um, our girl is looking rough, as she said about Alex. Also, did anybody see that Zachary Michael made a video about Alex? I watched the beginning, and I think that I think that Zachary is kind of a mess on his own, but from the introduction, I don't like number 1, I don't think he's as vicious as obviously all of the other people that are reacting to Alex. But I also think that he seemed like maybe he would be interesting reacting to her because he's reacting to her from, according to him, he's going to react to her from a perspective of her consumerism, which can get a little out of hand, especially her, you know, Amazon and Walmart and all this other stuff. So, I watched his introduction and he seemed to actually know who Alex was because I think Amber Lynn likes Alex, but he also knew her through Kelly B, which is interesting. Yeah. He's not mean. Um, I think he's got his own stuff going on, but he also I don't think he ever joined the pile on Amber. I think he like kind of kept it a little bit like about her actions rather than like calling her a fat ass every 5 seconds or whatever. So he could be, if he continues reacting to Alex. He could be like a good alternative for people that still want Alex reactions but don't want to support the viciousness. But we'll just have to see. I'll have to watch. I didn't want to watch it on here because I feel like it'll be kind of boring. But all right, here's Goob.
What a day in the life looks like. Well, actually, no. Today is weight loss friendly cinnamon rolls. Car chat, my new career vlog. Sounds like a bunch of clickbait, am I right? But let's see. Let's prove it to ourselves and see if it is clickbait. Yeah, she is looking rough. Yeah.
Look at yourself in the mirror, Mama Goob.
Okay, wait, these are so good. If you are going out and running errands, you're not getting a fun bevy, it's just, I respect you. I don't get you, but I respect you. To engage in dangerous or illegal activities. Should I like become a news anchor? Good morning, everyone.
I feel like we're about to.
Okay, so this is not anything to do with what we're talking about right now, but Alex talking about the fast food as often as she does, I feel like she's got to be rage baiting people. She has never talked about fast food the way that she talks about fast food right now. She is talking about getting Diet Coke all the time. She's just I don't know if she wants people to say stuff or if she wants like negative comments that she can get more engagement, but just negative comments about the drive-through, the McDonald's, the Diet Cokes. Yeah. There's no way she's not trolling because she's going to Chick-fil-A, she's going to McDonald's, she's getting Diet Cokes, she's it just seems like a lot for somebody who previously wasn't talking about this stuff a lot, which it's fine. Sorry, I'm so sorry that I just drank that. I can't. But it's fine. I don't care. She can eat whatever she wants. She is an adult, um, obviously, who has her own money to go and pay for this stuff. So it's nothing to do with me. But I worry that sometimes she takes the trolling, um, and she doesn't realize that it can also impact her. Not saying that them saying things about it can impact her, but taking on that approach of it doesn't matter, I can just do it. Like you should not be drinking a huge cup of Diet Coke from McDonald's every day. So I don't know. I hope she's not doing it every day is all I can say, is because it doesn't seem great for her, because I think sometimes it'll send her down a spiral of she posted something today about being off track, so I'm under the impression that she's off track right now. So, she's not good at clapping back, and I wish she would just I know that it would be bad for her to say, "This bothers me," and I know that there are the times that she does it, it is bad. But I also I don't know. Hi, Skrink. I am reacting to Goober, but we were just talking about um Alex getting fast food every day and showing it. We're talking about her rage baiting her viewers with her daily Diet Cokes. Which she always did it like that. She always had the daily Diet Cokes. And then when she got the surgery, she stopped. And then all of a sudden she's back. She's back to the daily Cokes, and I don't know. I'm wondering if she's actually drinking it every day or if she's just going and spending the $2 just to troll people. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about this.
To be lectured or yelled at or something. But yeah, our girl, she looking rough.
And welcome back.
Why are you talking like that, Goob? Our girl, she looking rough. Why? Like, I don't know. Goob and her husband just really disgusted me last night.
To a new vlog. I was about to make something new for breakfast, so I thought we could vlog it. Pardon my appearance. It's still very early, but I have seen some people make Greek yogurt. You know how we do the Greek yogurt bagels? I've seen people do cinnamon rolls, and like that totally makes sense because we also do it for like pizza. I feel like you could go the sweet route instead of savory. So I wanted to try it because like a typical cinnamon roll would like make me feel sick from the gastric bypass. It would be really high point on WW, and this one will have a lot more protein because I'm telling you guys, when I eat a Greek yogurt bagel that I make homemade, they fill me up so much and for so long. So I'm hoping I can make like a single.
I'm not a mama fan. She seems miserable. She seems like she hates her life. The way she sits there with that smug look on her face, rolling her eyes at everything Alex says, she just strikes me as somebody who is miserable with what's going on in her life, but she doesn't know how to change it. She's sitting here, I feel like catering to Papa Goob all the time. She must just not be happy with the way her life is going because she does not have, I don't know. I can't sleep. I can't believe that. I've had such trouble sleeping lately. And I don't know what it is. I fall asleep and then I fall asleep with one of my children when I put them to bed. And then I wake up a couple hours later and I'm ready and raring. I'm wide awake. And I don't know what it is. So I tried melatonin, but melatonin makes me hyper. Is that a problem? Does anyone else have an issue with melatonin making them hyper? I'm an anomaly.
Single serve one, or maybe like a couple little mini ones. I'm gonna kind of just try to do a single serve just to like hopefully not make a big batch and then end up not liking it. But I think I have everything that I would need to do it. So I'm really excited. I love trying new recipes with you guys. So whether you're on WW or not, it's just like a higher protein.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, like I feel like especially when you have younger kids, waking up at strange hours and then going back to sleep and just not feeling rested, not feeling like you got that REM sleep, not feeling rejuvenated. It's terrible. What kind of magnesium supplements do you use? I've been researching them, but I know that some are better than others. And I'm not a big fan of gummies. I don't know. I'm just weird.
Healthier cinnamon roll. Nothing wrong with a regular cinnamon roll too though, but we're gonna figure it all out. All right, so we're gonna start off with our usual dough that we would do for our pizza or our
Don't measure anything.
bagels, or it's
And
just
it's 7:00 in the morning. That's pretty late. For me anyways.
flour, or you can do self-rising flour, or just flour with
Or anything.
bagels, or it's
And
just
it's 7.
Okay. So I guess calm is the consensus. I'm going to have to check it out because a powder. Yeah. The melatonin just did not work out for me. I I took melatonin and I went to bed, and then I woke up at, I want to say it was 1 or 1:30 in the morning, and I just like darted up out of bed, and my heart was racing. I don't know, and it was just bad anxiety, and I couldn't get myself to calm down. And it was just awful. It was a terrible experience. I've never had that happen before, and I've never had it happen after I stopped taking it. It was, oh, like it just, thinking about that, and I was so like nervous. I was like shaking. Never again. Never again. I don't know if it was the brand of melatonin, the kind of melatonin that I took. It was awful. Okay, I didn't know that. My doctor recommended it, and because I told her that I was having issues kind of staying asleep. I don't really have an issue falling asleep, but I have an issue staying asleep. And she recommended it, and then all hell broke loose. I can't. I can't with melatonin, but I'm gonna try the Calm magnesium because I really do need something. But oh my god. I like that. I like that knife stand that Alex has. That's cute. I feel like sometimes she just ends up having stuff and she never linked it. So bizarre.
7 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty late for me, anyways.
Oh, and in this vlog, Alex announces that she will be getting help with Anderson, which is completely understandable. She doesn't have a traditional job, and obviously she's not working 40 hours. She's not working whatever, but everybody's entitled to time. And if a couple hours a week, a couple days a week is going to help her, I don't see the problem. Um, I haven't looked at this. Are they upset that she's getting a nanny? But I am confused because I feel like she's already had somebody. Because like right now, 7 a.m., not right now, but in this vlog, 7 a.m., she's making her like cinnamon rolls or whatever, and you can't hear Anderson at all, and you can't see him, obviously, because she doesn't show him. But I'm wondering if she's had somebody for a little bit, and which there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't know, maybe, yeah, like 7 o'clock, he should be awake and like eating breakfast and, getting started for the day. So it's just kind of weird because I know my life is completely different from Alex's, but when I have babies Anderson's age, I've got 3 kids, but when when I had a baby Anderson's age, I didn't have time to do stuff like this. And there's nothing wrong that she did. Like, I'm not criticizing that Alex has this time, but I never, when I was home, when I was working, either or, I never had time to sit here and make muffins or whatever she's making, the cinnamon rolls and stuff like that in the morning, 7 a.m. Like, I had to plan for stuff like that. So I am wondering if she does have somebody already and she just announced it in this blog, which it's her right to do whatever she wants. But if they
Flour, or you can
If they thought that too, I don't know. I'm rambling. Anyway, let's turn Goob back on.
Do self-rising flour or just flour with baking powder. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio of that with plain non-fat Greek yogurt. So we're going to do half a cup of flour. This will probably make more than one cinnamon roll. Babe, guess what I'm going to try to make?
Poor
A
Yar.
protein cinnamon roll. Made like the way I make the Greek
Let's
yogurt.
Why does she do that? Poor Yar. Why? Why is he poor? He has a nice home. He has a wife. He has a baby. He has a nice car. He buys whatever he wants. Poor Yar. What's so poor about him? She is such a misogynist. Like, poor Yar having to deal with Alex making a cinnamon roll. Whatever, lady.
What's the matter, Yar? You're not working today?
Yogurts.
That's like the best like base for everything, isn't it?
It is.
She
I'm
doesn't
getting too good
measure
at
it?
this, so I'm literally
Holy
just
shit.
Throw in the powder like that. Okay.
So, yeah, just when you're a baker, you can't do that. It's not like sauteing shrimp.
His life doesn't seem that bad to me. He works. He has a beautiful son. He has a wife that, has a job and was able for a long time to support him getting his degrees and not having a source of income. Besides the military, obviously, but what is there? Like, he has a Tesla. He has all the gadgets that he wants. He has his toys. He has his game room. He has his office. He gets fed very well with all her foods. He's out to dinner. He's on vacations. What is he hating about his life? He chose to marry Alex. And I'm making this not about Goob, but he chose to marry Alex. There's nothing poor about him. If he doesn't like being married to Alex, then he has the free will to leave. But obviously he's still there 5 years later, and he chose to have a child with her. So it's really not poor Yar. He's just Yar. Like, poor Mama Goob having to deal with that horrific man and his titties.
So making the dough first. Okay, so I just worked my dough.
Oh,
And
I should make bread today,
now-
but I won't.
Neither does Papa Goob. Neither does Tony. Neither does Mark, Tara's husband. Neither does whoever the fuck has the displeasure of spending any time with Nella. I mean, if they want, neither does Deal With Its husband. Her one son, I watched a video. It was a while back. I watched a video and he must have been home from school. He came in the room, came behind her, sweaty as fuck, with like a cut off muscle tank. And he came behind her and he's like, fuck you, fuck, blasting the middle finger. And she's sitting there giggling like, "Ooh, don't touch me." Lady, why are you edit? She's the only one that edits her videos and she leaves that in? I would never. What the hell? Like, I don't need that in a video of Alex. Like, she thought it was cute. She had to have thought it was cute. It was so weird. You remember that too? Oh my God. I was horrified. I was clutching my pearls.
I had to add a little bit more flour because it was a little bit too wet. So
Okay.
keep that in mind. And now I have it floured here. I'm just going to like roll it a little bit because we're going
Okay.
to put the filling and then cut it and then like roll it. So this will actually make a few little
Yeah, I'm shocked. That's actually a nice piece of dough she managed to get.
mini
that's-
ones.
So her oldest son is cohabitating with his girlfriend in her household. But she is under the impression that you cannot have your baby leave the house until they are baptized. But you can move your son's girlfriend into your home. And isn't he like 25? Can't they get an apartment? Papa used to, he looks like he would. And Papa looks, the fact that I'm calling him Papa is disgusting to me, but he looks like somebody that would be extremely crude. He really just gives off that energy. I really want to know what he does for a living. Like, I could see him being a plumber or something like that.
So
I mean, I would never be able. It would never,
Flowers,
never work for me
super
like
low in
that.
points by any means. Okay, now we're gonna make our little filling. So we're gonna use light
Hi,
butter.
Roon.
And
Does it disgust anybody else that she uses? I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter is disgusting. Actually, I can't find the words for I can't believe it's not butter. I can believe it's not butter because it's gross. But her dough actually looks pretty good there.
and some Truvia brown sugar and cinnamon. Make
Ugh.
our mixture.
Artificial, and then cinnamon.
I wish, right? They are obsessed with shoplifting. And I saw that T-Dub commented on the live. Hi, T-Dub. If you're watching in the rewatch, I saw that she commented that those two said that it's illegal to not show your driver's license. And T-Dub corrected them and said that it's unconstitutional to require somebody to show their driver's license. So, Goob, got some splaining to do. I know, real butter, I would much rather use a smaller amount of real butter because it just tastes so much better. And I really do believe, because even when Alex is not dieting, she's using, I can't believe it's not butter, and just all the stuff that she uses when she is dieting. So I feel like maybe if she used some real stuff, she might be satiated a little bit better. That I could be wrong, but I think that giving yourself less of the real thing might actually hit the spot. And these random things that she's making might not hit the spot. Like, maybe she wants a regular cinnamon roll and she should allot herself a real cinnamon roll once a week or whatever with her, or she should allot herself one big treat a week, something like that, where she gets to eat that thing that she's thinking about, but she's not making these Frankenfoods every Emily. Yeah, she's not. I just think her making these Frankenfoods every day is just not working well for her journey.
On here, and I'm going to cut it and roll it. Got 2 tablespoons.
And don't tell me I can't believe it's not butter or something. It's plant-based, so it's better. It's all a bunch of chemicals, guys.
Light butter.
You want actual food? Use fucking butter.
Softened.
Oh my God, we just agreed with Mama Goob.
Gonna do 0 points. It's sugar-free. Cinnamon. I don't
Ooh,
feel
I'm
like
tired.
this
I don't know
butter's
why.
very soft,
Oh, it's
so I
8
feel like
o'clock.
I need to.
Stick it in the
Nope.
microwave for a minute.
See, it's just mixing. Add a
Did she use a paper bowl?
little more of that brown sugar.
She is using a
Substitute.
paper bowl.
Add a little more cinnamon.
Ugh.
Mixture.
Why does she use paper bowls and plastic cups when she's at her house? She has no less than 300 cups, like those cute little cups from Anthropologie. She has a ton of them. Why is she not bringing those out to drink her coffee in? She's got it in a plastic cup that she's claiming that she washed over and over again from the coffee shop. That's gross.
Onto our dough.
Oh, what a
Spread it out.
mess.
It's the perfect amount for the ratio of dough. This is the
Okay.
fun part where we cut it and roll it. You're
Okay.
gonna want to make sure that like that dough is not too sticky for real, or like you will have a really hard time getting it to roll. Okay. Should we do 3 minis or 2 mediums? I feel like small.
You should roll it first and then cut it, is what you should do. Sometimes I find myself watching Alex and I'm like, oh my God, why are you doing it that way? Oh my gosh. Roll it all up at this, like, it would be so much easier to just roll it and then cut them into the desired size. I love those coffee mugs. I love the pottery mugs. I was at TJ Maxx tonight. I know. I'm sure I'll get that I want to be Alex or something from one of the hater people, and I was looking at some of their mugs and they were so cute. Magnesium. Did you take a calm magnesium? What kind of magnesium do you use? Emily.
Smaller ones are funner. So I'm gonna do 3 minis. Now we're
I
just
would have
gonna
just done one.
roll it up like this.
Where's your Apple Watch? That's one hell of a tan. I have that
These are
tan
actually
line
really
going
big.
too.
Oh, look at that. Yum. Wait, these are way too big.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna make a bunch of minis, which is like way more fun anyway. Cute. All right, I'm gonna cut these again. Oh, this is so cute. Just a bunch of little mini cinnamon rolls. Oh my goodness, these are gonna be so good. Like, I just don't see how they could not be amazing, right? Roll them up. And if you like rolled it longer, you could make them like wider cinnamon rolls. Okay.
Mhm.
I can absolutely see how they would not be amazing because number one, I can't believe it's not butter. Number two, is Truvia brown sugar actually good? Because I feel like a lot of those fake sugars have an aftertaste.
Now they're gonna go into
They're
the
too
oven. I have
tall.
my oven preheated to 350, and I'm gonna cook these for 20 minutes. Okay, so this was after about 20.
No, thank you. All right, I'm kind of glad that her cinnamon rolls didn't come out beautiful because I get very jealous when she does nothing and everything comes out perfectly.
25 minutes.
I know. Magnesium, glycinate, lysine, whatever. I had the other kind of magnesium. And so I saw that you should be taking glycinate. So I stopped taking the other one, but I never replaced it. So now, actually, I'm going to go. Hopefully Target has it. I'm sorry to anybody that's boycotting Target, but I still go to Target. I'm sorry.
Minutes, and they feel good. They will continue to bake a little bit after you take them out and let them set. So as you can see, some are holding up better than others. I was expecting them to kind of like drizzle out like this because that's what happens with like other cinnamon rolls too. You might want to do it in like a casserole dish instead, but they look great. We're going to work on the icing now.
They actually look like that's a cute planter. That tomato planter is cute. They actually look like she made them pretty well. Yeah, not anymore. Like, I don't have a lot of options around me. So Target is what it is. I'm wondering, do any of you guys follow like the Target influencers? I'm wondering how much of a drop they're seeing because I have noticed the times that I go to Target, there's a lot less people in Target. And you know what? Getting again completely off topic of Mama Goop and Alex. Right? Everything is so much more expensive at the grocery store. Target has like snacks and stuff like that so much cheaper. All the little snacks that my kids eat, the little organic um fruit snacks, the Annie's mac and cheese, things like that. Target has all of them beat. I don't know how they keep things so cheap there. But off topic of Alex and Mama Goob. Emily Kaiser. I know that it's a sensitive topic and I have nothing to say about her personally, but in my Reddit perusing, I noticed that there are a ton of people snarking on her and still kind of pushing the she should have had a gate, a fence, things like that on the Reddit. People are so rotten. She is paying the ultimate price of deciding not to get the fence. Why are we still on Reddit trying to make an example out of her? Why? So the original Snark page shut down and another one cropped up. Why are we making a new Snark page about somebody that just lost their son, their 3-year-old son? So I guess it's a little bit off topic from Alex, but also I feel like this just shows the mindset of people online and people who just want to pick everything, even making a woman who's 2 months postpartum wasn't even home, kind of feel bad, and even stalking her to a level that is very strange, going to her home, taking pictures of her outside of her house, talking about seeing her jogging, talking about the things that she's doing. I would suggest leaving her alone. Like, she's not online, she's not posting, she's not doing anything. Leave her alone. I just think it's so crazy that new Snark pages are coming up. So I guess all that to say, it made me realize that Alex's stalking and the things that the Reddit is saying about her, it's never going to stop because there are people in the world that do this. But what it made me think of is that we were there trying to call out all of this craziness and we get banned. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's so weird because one Snark page got shut itself down. The Emily Kaiser Snark page shut itself down and then someone immediately reopened one. How is that right? It's so frustrating. I know. It has been going on since 2015, 2016 when Trump was running and getting elected. COVID really, really brought out a new breed of people. Just the way that people started acting was horrifying for me. I am I think that COVID changed the world more than any other event in recent history, including 9/11. I really feel like COVID was some sort of harbinger of change. And it just really brought out the worst in people. Just made people nasty, mean. It showed people's true colors in a way that, am I glad? No. I mean, I'm glad that I now know who I can fuck with and who I can't. But I lost a lot of respect for a lot of different people. And I was never, ever a political person. I never thought about it, never did any research into it, never even crossed my mind. But once Trump got elected, I started being so interested in everything that was going on and reading every policy and reading everything that's happening. And I feel like it took a switch in the other direction. And I'm super educated, and I really try to keep myself aware of what's going on in the world ever since COVID, basically, because it feels like every time you turn around, they're trying to do something to take away our rights, to take away something that we held dear as American citizens. So anyway, I got off on a tangent there. But I as someone that has been snarking on Alex for a very long time, COVID was even a turning point with that. It was a really serious, people started really becoming unglued when it came to talking about her. And this is why I was worried for her between her Reddit and all of the people that make videos about her. And I know that there was somebody on last night asking me like why I'm such a fan of Alex and all these things. And I feel like it should be obvious that I'm not a fan of hers, because I will critique things that I don't like. But I'd like to see some humanity coming back into the world. I would like to see people genuinely caring about others and not just about their own personal interests. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Amber has such big issues with her health, and being damn near 600 pounds. I just hope that she's okay. Pissy is MAGA personified. How does sunscreen cause cancer? Alan needs to lay out the facts of what he's talking about. Show us the studies, show us what you're doing, because at this point, he just sounds like RFK Jr., who, God help us all, is anyway, he sounds like a fool. How that's why you have those liver spots on your head. That's why you look like leather that has been sitting in the sun for ages because you think that sunscreen causes cancer. And the craziest part is, look, I'm sorry, but I cannot support somebody who I can't support someone who has terrible ideals in every other aspect, even if I do think, oh, well, I don't really listen to Alan, but I like him for his Alexandra reactions. No, we don't support people like that. No. And Pissy is super MAGA. We know Tara is MAGA. There's just no other possibility in life. We know she's MAGA. Nella has said before that she votes Trump. Oh, okay. Okay, Alan. Go on with your no sunscreen wearing ass in Florida of all places. He's raw dogging the sun in Florida? That man is more insane than I thought. Pissy is saying she wants to come to the States now. Pissy is a fascism fan. And when she said, when she was like, I'm not jealous of anything about Alex besides the fact that she lives in America. You're jealous of her. No, I would switch places in a millisecond. She can come on over and take my place, and I will go to Australia happily. She is nuts. He's in Florida he's on his bullshit in Florida. The sun is a different beast in Florida. And I'm sure we all know that, especially if we've been there. That sun is wild. I can't. I wonder if he allows his wife to wear sunscreen. Right? Australia has better healthcare. Australia, I don't know, but those spiders and shit in Australia, I don't know about that part. But I'll just stay indoors. Right? I just want to get out. Get out. I saw it looks like we're not even going to watch MAGA Goob here, but I follow this girl from Canada who is applying for a green card to the US right now. And she said that the US provides a better life for her. I said, what? I was like, you are applying for a green card right now? Are you crazy? Can I take your spot in Canada? Who? Wow. Well, Pissy said that she's going to come here and meet up with Tara and Nella. I want to see those three goblins in a picture together. I need to see it photoshopped to the nines. Pissy with her tarantula eyelashes. Nella with her mermaid outfit on, please. You poor wait, what what was the song? Lazy simple as hoes or whatever. I need a little rendition of that and basic simple as hoes. And then also Tara and her missing teeth. I would pay to be present for that meetup. Anybody who has listened to anything Priscilla has said has to know that Priscilla will think herself high above Tara and Nella. Nella will scare them both with the way that she speaks to and about them, and they'll never speak again. Does Tara have a partial? Tara would probably have to cart along her husband because she can't do anything by herself. Tara. Go clean your ceiling fan, Tara, please. Come on. Tara is the last person with her goats running around her kitchen to talk about somebody else's counters. She's delusional. She really is. Every time I see that she's uploaded, I have to prepare myself to listen to her bullshit. And anytime she's on, her microphone's fucking up. She's screaming about something stupid. She's making a fool of herself. The woman she should just give it up. She needs to give it up. They're all bitter. They're all nasty. They are all, and I know for a fact that snarking people, nobody's jealous. When you're snarking, but I believe all of these women are completely jealous of Alex. When Tara gets on her high horse, I just she spews out of her mouth the most ridiculous things. She gets angry when people disagree with her. She will go on a rant about how she's not jealous, how she's not upset, how she's not this, how she's not that, while she proves to everyone with her rant exactly how upset she actually is. And also, all of them saying, and this is probably one of the last things I'll say, but all of them, the way that they talk about women who they think are undesirable to men and feeling like they're better than these women because they have a husband, and then they always have something to say about Alex isn't getting fucked. Alex needs to go get fucked because Yar won't fuck her. All of these extra things that are so, number one, inappropriate. Number one, completely inappropriate. Why are we talking about that? But number two, men are not picky. Like, a lot of men, they're not picky. And the people that they chose are especially not picky. Look at Mark. Look at Mark. Look at Mark. That's Tara's husband. They will fuck a couch. I mean, Jesus. Like, the way that they want to act, like having a husband means that they're desirable, and it means that they're better, and it means that they're fucking somebody. But Alex also has a husband, but they want to pretend like her husband hates her, doesn't want to touch her, doesn't want to have sex with her. Why? He married her. He married her. And if this is not about her weight, why do you think he hates her? Why are we so convinced that he hates her? Tara really does believe that having a husband who smacks her ass and has sex with her, and he'll kiss me in public, and he'll do this in public. She thinks that's top shit, number one, biggest priority in the world. Uh, uh-uh. No, ma'am. Like, she does need to decenter men. She needs to stop making it so that attention from men is some gold standard. We don't care. And okay, I might be the devil's advocate, but maybe Yar and Alex are asexual. Maybe he doesn't touch her boobs. Maybe they don't care about sex. Who fucking cares? Like, why are they making that? Why are they making that a bad thing? Because that's really actually if you are telling somebody that being asexual or not caring about sex or, you know, like whatever it may be, if you are presenting that as if it's a bad thing, you are actually harming people who are asexual. That makes them feel like they're weird or like they have something wrong with them, which there's nothing wrong with being asexual. There's nothing wrong with not wanting sex. There's nothing wrong with having a comfortable relationship where you don't have to feel overtly sexual all of the time. It's not an insult. It is it's not something, and this is what gets me because they talk about how harmful Alex has been to her followers, but I believe that all of the reactors have been much more harmful to people than Alex ever has. Priscilla saying things like she would unalive herself if she looked like Alex in the morning or at all. Talking about her weight to mostly overweight women. Talking about how her marriage is bought and paid for. How would that make somebody who is a plus size woman who got married to a fit man who's watching would say, well, maybe my husband married me because I have money or I provide something that he needs. It just bothers me, and that's kind of why I'm here. And I know you guys know, and it's good to have a conversation about this because I feel like sometimes uh, we get put in this box of you're an Alex fan because you defend her and you defend a PDF file lover. No, I'm defending somebody that gets a lot of shit that's unwarranted. If they were talking about things that weren't, you know, in this misogynistic and um women hating platform that they're building, if they would just stick to, you know, Alex is not truthful, Alex filters her photos, Alex is, you know, makes gross slop on a daily basis, whatever, but they want to put her down in every possible way. Exactly. And when Priscilla, the audience has to know that they mean them too when they're insulting. Priscilla is saying, I don't talk about this. I don't talk like this about anyone else. Only just Alex. Never anyone else. And then she turns around in another video when Alex was on the beach and she said something about a woman that was behind Alex and how she was fat just like Alex. Priscilla talks shit about everyone. She does not discriminate. She hates everyone. She clearly will talk mad shit about people that come into her establishment to get their hair done. And furthermore, if you've been a hairstylist for 36, 37 years, you should not have to be on Facebook soliciting people to come to your business. You should have a steady, consistent clientele that you've had for a long time. So you must not be that fucking good at doing hair, Priscilla, if you do not have a good amount of clients that have been following you around for the past 37 years. And then not anymore. So they post about the weight they've lost or their better habits, but also on Reddit, they're posting pictures of themselves to compare themselves to Alex. And then they say, "Oh, look how I'm an 18 and I look much smaller than Alex." Actually, you don't. So they're giving themselves problems. They're giving themselves mental issues, trying to compare themselves to Alex, trying to compare how much better they are than Alex, how much better they look than Alex, and trying to justify why they are okay. Well, I'm fat, but I'm working on it. Or I'm fat, but I eat well. Or I'm fat, but it's because of my Hashimoto's. Or I'm fat because of this. They There are people over there that are living in Delulu land about who they are and what they look like and what they eat and every other thing. And they want to be high above Alex. And I think, mind you, I do think that Alex is 290 whatever pounds. And I think that people saying that she's 400 are probably 290 to 300 pounds. And they are upset that she's that close to where they are. Priscilla, oh my God, Priscilla needs the padded Skims. She is a box just like Alex, and especially after her tummy tuck. Oh, you need to go on the Reddit and read what they are doing over there because they are a mess. There was this one girl who tried to say she had weight loss surgery. She had only lost 50 pounds and she had started gaining again. She came on to say, at least I'm not as much of a mess as Alex. Like, after disclosing all of these things, at least I'm not as much of a mess as Alex. At least I'm trying to lose weight. Bitch, you're in the same boat. You are in the same boat. You had weight loss surgery. You never lost that much to begin with. And you've now started gaining. And you think you're eating less than you are. Come on. The unpopular opinions were hilarious. The fact that there were people saying, like, I actually think she's pretty. I actually like her clothes. I like her makeup. She does well. She does a good winged out eyeliner, la la la. And then that same one person came in every comment, pissing on the parade, pissing on the parade, pissing on the parade. I mean, and then every time there's something that's said about Alex that could even in any universe be construed as positive, they have to make a post or a comment about how she doesn't support her father's victim. Why is every single thing about that? And they call her stepsister to try and put her closer to the situation than she actually is. How can you support someone you don't even know? Someone you've probably never met. And that's what they're asking of her. They're asking her to come online and pledge her support and bring up this topic again to her 500,000 followers so that this woman can feel supported, quote unquote, by someone she doesn't even know. At this point, nothing will make them happy. Nothing will satisfy them. Because even if they came on and wrote a post and said, this is everything you need to do, Alex, for us to quote unquote forgive you. If she did that, then they would just keep on with something else. At this point, they are just beating a dead horse and continue banging the same drum over and over again. They're never going to be satisfied with anything she does. She could come on and say, I'm a piece of shit. I lied a lot and I'm ready to be honest about everything. There would just be no way for her to make them happy. So why are they still around? That's true. They keep saying it's not about her weight, but they talk about her weight a lot for something that's not anything to do with her weight. They want to be able to claim that they're good people or they're not that bad or they're not doing this or they're not body shaming, they're not doing this or that. But you're making false claims because if it's not about her weight, then why are you talking about her weight all the time? And, the fact that I'm going to leave it at this because I'm actually starting to get tired now. And I hope you guys' magnesium is starting to work. But, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I find it very sad that Tara married her husband at 350 pounds. And she sits there and cackles and laughs while her husband, who married her at 350 pounds, laughs at and talks major shit about a woman who is smaller than she was and talks about her weight. She has to have no self-esteem. She has to be in the trenches. She's got to be rock bottom because I would never tolerate my husband speaking about other women in that fashion. I would never tolerate my husband disparaging women online. I would never, because it's disgusting, number one. And my husband is above that, number two. And number three, if you have a daughter, she's going to be looking at your relationship for her guidance on the type of partner that she should be choosing and what she should be looking for. My husband does not talk about other women. And if he did, I would tell him about himself. He does not talk about women. He doesn't talk about anybody, really. He does. My husband is super laid back. He'll talk sometimes he'll say, something about, guys that he knows or something. But he's not sitting there gossiping to me about fat women. I would be disgusted and horrified, and I don't think we would be married for very much longer if my husband was sitting there talking about women of any size, especially fat women like that online, disparaging them in their comment sections, talking terribly about them. My husband will say, "So? Really? Is that what you don't like somebody about?" He doesn't care. He doesn't care about this stuff. It's just her husband comes across very petty, just a disgusting human being. I can respect Tony not wanting to be involved, and it seems like he doesn't, because you don't see hide nor hair of Tony. And that's why I say poor Tony, because Tony's going through it. Dealing with that woman on a daily basis, screaming in your room and just flying into a rage when you accidentally drop the remote. Poor Tony. He's a lot more poor than you are. Tony is going through it. And then, oh my God, I was listening. Okay, so this will be the last thing I say. I was listening to a Priscilla video while I was working, and I kind of half pay attention. And I had to rewind. I had to back up because Priscilla goes, "I want to be married to Elvis." Sorry, I can't do an Australian accent at all. But she said, "I want to be married to Elvis, but that'll never happen." This woman who constantly talks about PDF supporters named herself after the 14-year-old victim of the PDF file himself, Elvis, and then says in front of her long-suffering husband, Tony, that she would like to be married to Elvis. I should have gotten that recorded. He laughed. He was probably like, "Please, I wish you were married to Elvis too." Anybody but me. And Jane loves Elvis too. So, but if you tell her that she's a PDF supporter because she likes Elvis, tons of people will come to Elvis's defense, to Priscilla's defense. They're all crazy. My partner was the first one to say they're jealous when I first started saying I've been seeing these reactors. They're so evil. They are jealous. You don't have to be jealous of someone's looks or something like that to be jealous of them. And Priscilla says all the time, "I'm not jealous. I'm just heifer. I'm jealous of the heifer. But you are jealous of something. I think that's where the surrogate thing came in, because I'm extremely empathetic and sympathetic with women who are unable to conceive. I have a lot of sympathy and a lot of empathy. And I don't ever want to come across like I am disparaging these women, but I also think that that's where the surrogate thing came through, because Tara was unable to have children and Priscilla was unable to have children, and Nella struggled to conceive and was only able to carry one pregnancy to term. This is a shame. I'm sad for them, because that is an extremely hard and terrible thing to go through. But it just shows me that this is what spurred that on, because they were fat. They were upset that they could not conceive at that weight, and Alex could. So they had to turn it into she did not really have a pregnancy because she could never conceive at that size. And I feel like that translates into um that translates into that their feelings about what they went through. They feel like she couldn't do it, and it's not fair that she did it. So you can be jealous of just they're taking it as I'm jealous of her looks, or I'm jealous of her house, or I'm jealous of whatever. That's not the only thing that you could be jealous of. And I just think that they project so much. They don't want her to lose weight. They want her to fail. That's why they go harder when she gets on her weight loss journeys, and that's why they went harder when she got pregnant. They want things to fail for her, and it's sad. There's no amount of hate that you could place on somebody else that would make it possible for you to have children if you're unable to have children. And saying horrific things and horrible things about other people and their kids and their lives and who, their husband, and just unthinkable things. Um, it doesn't become understandable because you scream something in our faces about, what a terrible person she is. No, like, it's just it's crazy. I guess the state of the world right now has me thinking a lot about my contribution to the world and what my um even my digital footprint, but what I'm leaving behind. And I'm trying, like, there was a good amount of time where I was saying a lot about Alex, and I was snarking on her a lot. I don't love her. I don't like her. You know, I'm not crazy about her. She does get on my nerves, but just watching what hate can do to somebody and how hate can devolve into some really scary stuff. I just really am enjoying calling these women out. And that's what I'll say. Um, and, you know, I don't hate any of them, and I would never, show up at their house or call CPS on them or have any sort of the same dialogue that they try to have with Alex. So, you know, even though they're terrible people, we're not doing that stuff to them. I don't know. Anyway, this was kind of just like a rambling, and I was, I guess, pretending I was gonna react to Goob. Yeah, like I'm indifferent towards her. I don't love her. I don't think she's great. She gets on my nerves a lot of the time. Sometimes I'll watch her and sometimes I won't. And sometimes I can't make it through a vlog and sometimes I can. Um, but I do recognize that I can be happy for her. I can say that's good for her. I can say I hope that she succeeds in what she wants to do. And it just seems like they are so black and white that you either have to hate her with the passion of 1,000 suns or you are a fan. But I think that's the thing. Emily, is it Emily or Emily? um, they they act like it's her problem if people like her and like copy her or um do the same thing she does. And even Nella came out and said, when when she did Weight Watchers, I did Weight Watchers and I was wondering why I wasn't losing any weight. Well, if you actually did it the right way, you would lose weight. Just like if you're following exactly what Alex does and eating vegan corn dogs every day. Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. I was wondering. I didn't want to be saying it wrong. But yeah, they kind of try to make it so that everything is taken super literally with her and it's just unnecessary. But anyway, I'm going to go. They all act like Alex has some sort of big influence on people and it is very strange. 10 years older and watching Alex and taking advice, 10 years older with a child and taking advice on how to lose weight from Alex. Like, go eat a couple spoonfuls of cream cheese and get yourself together, Nella. Because it's not like she's eating anything great right now. But anyway, we should do our next react should be to Nella's something like keto Instagram because she's been missing MIA from YouTube. I'm gonna have to go check on her and take some notes. But anyway, I'm gonna go lay down. I hope everybody's magnesium works out for them. I'm gonna have to get a rush order of that ASAP. And it's been so much fun chatting. It was actually a really nice, like, different kind of chat. And I wasn't really that interested in watching Goob, so I'm happy. Yeah, I'll be part of the magnesium club soon because that melatonin booked me up. Anyway, you guys have a great night. It was so much fun chatting. Thanks, Skrank, you too.